guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name's Sam Clark and this is One Life Cars, a channel where you can request your own video on your own car or bike, and I'll show you guys how to fix it, say if you go into a garage. In today's video we've got the Yamaha Aerox again, and I'm going to show you guys how to remove and replace the exhaust. So you might want to fit a custom exhaust on. It's a common job on these mopeds, or you just need a new exhaust putting on. So I'm going to show you guys what tools you need, how to get it off and replace it with a new one. So guys, as you can see, I've got already a custom exhaust on this one. Quite an easy job this. I'm not going to need too many tools. So for a start, this bracket here, that should line up with that. I don't know if it's been bent or the exhaust has been knocked down, or it's just never lined up to start with because it's not a factory exhaust. So there's probably going to be another nut and bolt in this. There'll be 13mm like the other bolt here. So you want to get that undone. You can undo that first, which will leave you with this mount here and the two bolts that go into the actual engine block itself. You come around the other side of the moped, you can access them and see them a lot easier. So we've got two nuts here, one there and one there. They're both 10mm, and you can undo them with a spanner or something, or don't think you'll get a socket on that side. You'd get a socket on that side though, but you have to use a spanner for that side, so you might want to have a 10mm spanner around the socket to hand, or just a spanner. Tackle this 13mm bolt first. You're going to need a socket for that, or a ring spanner might just get in there. It's a bit tight for a spanner. Get this undone, but don't pull it all the way out, just take the slack off it, and then we'll go around to the other side and undo both of the 10mm nuts that hold the exhaust into the manifold. If you are reusing your gasket, be wary of that, you don't lose it as it comes off. I wouldn't recommend reusing the exhaust gasket. If you can, get yourself a new one to put on with your new exhaust or your replacement, whatever you're putting back on it. Right guys, top tip here, I couldn't find my 30mm socket, so just grab the 30mm spanner, put that on it first, but it's a bit small and there's no leverage. And then I've got my adjustable, or you can use like the ring of a ring spanner as well. Sorry about the wind. Got the adjustable, and if you watch it, slide it in like so, and then you can get some proper leverage to then loosen the bolt. I've already took the worst off it, but I'll just show you guys it does work. It's a bit more awkward from high up here. It's just finding, like I say, a socket set would be a lot easier. It's just finding an angle that you can get to a spanner in. If you do use a socket set with this one, because this one's particularly quite rusty and tight, I'd recommend trying to use a bar first rather than your actual ratchet, so you don't damage the ratchet trying to force it. Use something similar to this. As you can see, I've already bent that quite a bit on previous jobs, just to to crack the nut sort of thing, and then you can use your ratchet to unscrew the rest of it. But anyway, I'll get the rest of this nut loose. Like I say, don't pull it all the way out yet, and we'll undo the... We've come to the other side of the bike now, and it's just a lot easier to access it. Obviously you guys probably have plastics and things on, so you want everything you can to help you get to it. You've probably got a plastic down here, so you have to come sort of down low and back up to it. We have two 10mm nuts, and I'm just going to spray them with a bit of what you guys know as WD-40, you might have heard of it. Good old AC90, same sort of stuff. It was half a chance. I know these aren't that tight anyway, because the previous person has had this off. The reason I'm doing this job is because the gasket's either non-existent or completely gone, so the same exhaust is going back on but with a new gasket. Okay, so we've got the exhaust off the bike. See, it's a TT edition custom thing. I'm not sure exactly what make it is. Oh, it's one of those LeoVince. I've definitely heard of these for two-stroke stuff. They're meant to be quite good as well. So the main things I want you to check for holes and bad rust, like this one looks a bit worse for wear, is anywhere where there's a mount welded to the exhaust to hold it on, or even on some of the corners where it splits round. Good look, make sure there's no splits in it. Now this one's a bit suspect around here. I don't think it's actually split, but it's very, very close to. Not going to last much longer that. But don't just go throwing it away if it's got a bit of rust, you know, unless you can see a visible hole or you know it's leaking. you might as well use it until it does blow, or if you want to change it, or the MOT guy advises you to, then get it changed for a new one. Again, where it goes into the back of the can, quite bad there. So another thing I noticed is no gasket. There should be a metal gasket or tin gasket. You can put on this to keep it sealed. I did know this one was blowing out of the bottom of the block when it runs. So I'll just check there's no gasket stuck to that now. So I've got a big sheet of tin, like gasket tin. I'm gonna cut one out for this, but you can buy them for a few quid anyway. They're not that dear, especially off eBay, somewhere like that. So anyway, I get a gasket on this, and now it's just a case of getting your new exhaust on. I'll have a mess with this, put it back on. As I said before, this is a custom exhaust. It's not standard, so it won't necessarily line up with the original one. But yeah, if you've got a standard exhaust, it'll go straight onto these two, bolt into the engine dead easy. If you've got a custom one and it's not come with a fitting kit, it should be designed for that bike. If not, then you might have to mess about with this. But for the purpose of today's video, assume that everything's fine and we're just replacing it as was. I'll get a gasket cut out and we'll get it back on the bike. So guys, I've got the exhaust back into position. I've put this 30mm bolt back in, just sort of loosely for now to hold it in place. That's not going to line up for this exhaust, the other one, so I'll have to leave it off. But it's been fine for this long, so it should be alright. And if we go around to the other side, you can see here I've fitted my homemade gasket. Bit rough, but it should do the job. So we'll sort of get this up into position and get the two 10mm nuts on. Like so. Bit hard with one hand. This other one's going to be awkward, so what I'm going to do is for this, I think, yeah, I've got that on. It's just a bit fiddly with one hand. You just got to sort of hold the exhaust up as much as it'll go, and the nut will just about go on. Just fits. Just sort of get them finger tight, make sure it's all in position, and then what I'd recommend you do is give these a little nip up, give the 30mm bolt round the other side a little nip up, come back to these a bit more so it all sort of tightens together. That's about it for how to remove and replace an exhaust on the Yamaha Aerox. It's a 2009 model, early 210. They're all pretty similar on most motorbikes and scooters. You've got some sort of mount around here and the main bolts going into the block. So I hope you found this useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, you like this sort of content, there's loads more car and bike stuff on the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Other than that guys, until next time, peace.